Conclusion. There's some important details to begin eliminating the psycho parts of how people talk, making sounds and noises and teaming up and building these social groups. They talk fast, they talk scary, they talk wise, they distract, they stimulate, and they soothe. The novelty in 1970, 1960, the year 1800 would have blew minds out of their hats and shattered windows, preventing them from closing. The strength gets so powerful in this model of consciousness, so immense in such uncertain and unidentifiable conditions with stimulus involved. All progress gets totally obliterated. And the sky and the moon and all of the world destroyed. For the benefit and decision for the tribal, the leaders, the associates, the members, the joiners, the clubbers, the robots, and this science fiction-y, almost imaginary planet. Everyone helps each other. Nobody argues, nobody fights. And all have to abide by sacred rules and minimal restrictions and limited freedom to eliminate the limits, the problem, the atrocity. Now, there's worry and concern about now people dying over bad check writing. A person like Jerome, who never scared me, never did anything bad to me, and caused a little bit of fear, leaving me at the park with a drug addict man named Sean, who I had barely known for just a few days at the shelter, who was from a different part of the country out east. Looting, hurting, killing, destruction, mayhem, brute force are all connected and a part of stimulus. The same sound I hear next door with this thumping, bass-filled, rage-induced music. Technologically advanced and electronic. And well-timed with the wall hits over here. From people who have a hard time with substances, who know behavior, and have learned more than anyone they come up against or go against. The system and the processes get to be depressing, boring, unexciting, and very repeatable. Not only in life, but in talking about them. There has to be eventually some humbleness and some restraint to not get the person's ears too filled with their story and get assaulted by some of their friends, their buddies, and not get the witch's magical perfume and loud noise in my ears in the middle of the night during my sleep. The problem I'm talking about, the disagreements, the fighting, the murder, have been made to be infinite. And the infinity has to do with what really needs to get solved. The infinity was made, started, created, and initiated when people didn't have technology listening to their network for methamphetamine and some cocaine, crack. And police officers didn't have neuroscience, neurology, verbal judo, spirituality, aside from religion, and potentially a chaplain applicant like me now who could say, there's no problem unsolvable. Deciding a problem like stimulus, thugs and gangsters and violent drug addicts, and drug dealers and political activists has no end, eliminates the benefit from going out into outer space on a rocket, going to Mars, and not helping people know what's happening now, are incompatible. Sirens and loud voices, liftoff and fire are duality. Not in need of more discovery and exploration. In leadership like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Al Sharpton, and Elon Musk and Joe Rogan, they're in need of people to get the information to those who need the words and the language, and information and data for those who need to know about now. And not a letter and a number, not a mathematical equation with variable descriptions. Neurons, synapses needing energy, food, emotions needing time, strength needing a body with hands, faces, hair, clothes with texture. An imagination with wolves, trees, sky, moon, earth, and land. Games, decisions, smart people, intelligent, brilliant geniuses don't do what I'm saying now. Complicating the ease and the calm and the peace involved with enlightenment, knowing, understanding, having knowledge, getting up to date, are more importantly choices to be made, options to be incorporated into the problem solving and decision making now. Brain, body, world. And for some people, mind. The end.